In this talk, we will first take into account Sino Russian relations, Sino Indian, Russo Indian relations in recent history, and finally the answer to the question of what Russia will do in case of war between China and India, if any, or whether Russia is more close to India or China. As regards Sino Russian relations, it was with the help of the Soviets when the communists led by Mao won the Chinese Civil War and established the People's Republic of China in 1949. Both the countries forged an alliance. Relations between the two countries remained cordial till the death of Stalin in 1953. The tension between the two countries emerged after Stalin's death. It was Khrushchev 1953 to 64 who denounced Stalin's policies and reversed the China policy. Both Soviet Union and China started criticizing each other in 1961 and the alliance also ended. Both the countries competed for control over foreign communist states. During this tense period, Chinese troops were stationed along the Sino Soviet border in preparation for a full scale war against the Soviets. Khrushchev was replaced by Brezhnev in 1964. He was, though, not that much tough on China, but China's anti Soviet rhetoric remained intact under the influence of Mao's closest supporters, the Gang of Four. A brief border war between the two also occurred in 1969. After the death of Mao in 1976, Deng Xiaoping became the new leader of China, but the differences remained intact. It was in 1979 when China invaded Vietnam, which was Soviet ally. China's invasion was in response to Vietnam's invasion and occupation of Cambodia in 1978, which ended the rule of Chinese-backed Khmer Rouge. Chinese forces entered northern Vietnam and captured several cities near the border. However, Chinese troops subsequently withdrew from Vietnam. In 1985, Mikhail Gorbachev became president of the Soviet Union, who reduced the Soviet garrisons at the Sino Soviet border and resumed trade. Following the dissolution of the Soviet Union in 1991, the rapprochement accelerated. The main reason was that Russia started feeling insecure on account of NATO expansion towards the east by including the erstwhile Warsaw Pact countries. This compelled Russia to look towards China, that was an emerging nation on account of Deng's market reforms that paved the way for Shanghai Cooperation Organization to come into being in 1996. All Central Asian states, excluding Turkmenistan, are its members, including Pakistan and India, who joined in 2017. In 2001, both China and Russia also signed a treaty of friendship and cooperation. Trade between the two countries, which was between $5 billion to $8 billion per year in the 1990s, went up to around $60 billion in 2015 and 2016. Both countries are now expecting to raise the trade volume to $200 billion by 2024. China and Russia have long advocated reducing the role of the dollar in the international trade. In 2013, China initiated the creation of its One Belt and One Road project, commonly known as the Belt and Road Initiative (BRI). An important role in the financing of these projects is to be played by the Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank, created on the Chinese initiative, to which both Russia and India are party and is seen as a potential rival to the World Bank and IMF. In May 2014, China and Russia signed a $400 billion gas deal. Starting in 2019, Russia plans to provide natural gas to China for the next 30 years. September 27, 2010 marked the completion of the 1,000-kilometer Russia-China crude pipeline. As regards Sino Indian relations, these have varied over time. Relations between contemporary China and India have been characterized by border disputes resulting in the Sino Indian War of 1962. In early 2017, the two countries clashed at the Doklam Plateau along the disputed Sino Bhutanese border and in Ladakh, Kashmir in 2020. Despite all this, since the late 1980s, both countries have successfully rebuilt diplomatic and economic ties. In 2008, China became India's largest trading partner. In October 1954, though China and India signed an agreement regarding Tibet, where India recognized Tibet as part of China, however, in March 1959, the Dalai Lama, spiritual and temporal head of Tibet, sought sanctuary in India, where he established the Tibetan government in exile. China accused India of expansionism and imperialism in Tibet and throughout the Himalayan region. China claimed huge swaths of territory over which India's map showed clear sovereignty and demanded rectification of the entire border. In August 1971, India signed its Treaty of Peace, Friendship and Cooperation with Soviet Union. Sino-Indian relations hit a low point in 1998 following India's nuclear tests when Indian Defense Minister declared China as enemy number one. In 1998, China was one of the strongest international critics of India's nuclear tests and entry into the nuclear club. Disruptions rose again due to the China building trade routes, particularly the China Pakistan Economic Corridor. In October 2020, the United States and India signed the Basic Exchange and Cooperation Agreement, enabling greater information sharing and further defense cooperation to counter China's growing military power in the region. Despite all these happenings, economic relations between the two countries are still deepening. There are cases when Indian companies have gone to China and done well, such as Mahindra and Mahindra, while Chinese companies such as Huawei have done well in India. Hawaii's Bangalore unit is one of the Hawaii's most important research and development centers. India imported $65 billion worth of goods from China in the fiscal year ended March 2020 and exported $16.6 billion goods. As regards India Russian relations, we have seen that during the Cold War, India and Soviet Union had a strong strategic military, economic and diplomatic relationship. However, after the dissolution of the Soviet Union, Russia developed a close relationship with India. Relations further developed when Prime Minister Modi and President Putin had an informal meeting in 2018 in Sochi, Russia. Traditionally, the Indo Russian strategic partnership has been built on five major components: politics, defense, civil nuclear energy, anti terrorism, cooperation, and space. Both countries are members of many international bodies like BRICS, G20, and Shanghai Cooperation Organization, where they collaborate closely on matters of shared national interest. Russia has stated publicly that it supports India receiving a permanent seat on the United Nations Security Council. India is the second largest market for the Russian defense industry. However, during the Sino Indian War of October 1962, the Soviet Union declared its neutrality, to which the Chinese strongly objected. The Soviet Union gave India substantial economic and military assistance during the Khrushchev period, and by 1960, India had received more Soviet assistance than China had. This disparity became another point of contention in Sino Soviet relations. In 1962, the Soviet Union agreed to transfer technology to co produce the MiG 21 jet fighters in India, which the Soviet Union had earlier denied to China. In October 2018, India wanted to procure the Russian made 5 S-400 surface to air missile defense system. The United States threatened India with sanctions over India's decision to buy the S-400 missile defense system from Russia. This all reflects that Russia over the years had established strategic ties with both India and China and does not seem to deviate from the same in hurry in the future. It is also a reality that India did not participate in the Kavkaz 2020 military exercises in southern Russia, as China was also participating in the exercises. As we have discussed, Russia has passed through both cordial and strained relations episodes with China in the past, but the relations went deep with China when sanctions were imposed on it by the United States in 2014 when Russia annexed Crimea. However, China never liked Russian deep ties with India. When Russia backed India's entry into the nuclear suppliers group, that was not liked by China. Rather, China conditioned India's entry with Pakistan. China tied the Indian bid to Pakistani bid, blocking the former's entry repeatedly based on the argument that if India can be let in without signing NPT, then Pakistan should be granted membership as well. Though India is an important partner with China both in BRICS and the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, but still anti China sentiments are at an all time high in India, and Indian leadership cannot afford to take a soft stance on the Chinese. The clash between Indian and Chinese troops in the Galwan Valley in May 2020 caused a serious setback to bilateral ties between both countries. With this tense situation, the efficacy of both the organizations, that is, BRICS and SCO, stands hampered to a great extent. Both Russia and India did considerable trade worth $11 billion with one another in 2019, but Russia somehow does not put its relations with India on the same footing as its relations with China. Because both Russia and China do share a common view of world order on account of common animosity with the United States, while India pursues to have a good relations with both Russia and the United States to benefit from both. But its tilt towards the United States in China's containment policy is evident, particularly when viewed from the quadrilateral coalition point of view, constructed to contain China, to which India is a member, along with United States, Australia, and Japan. The Quad had already carried out Malabar military exercises in the Bay of Bengal in 2020. As a bottom line, keeping in view the historic rivalry between the United States and Russia, the ongoing USA China containment policy, India being declared as United States strategic partner and member of the quadrilateral coalition, China's strategic and economic potential and edge over India, India's national interest in keeping the relations intact with Russia and economic partnership with China, and lastly, the overall economic globalized sentiment of the world that has even compelled the United States to become the largest trading partner with China, it will not be difficult to forecast that there does not appear to be any chances of a big war between India and China. If there are any skirmishes, then Russia will act as neutral as it acted during the 1962 war and the recent skirmishes between India and China. It will prefer to act as a mediator and platform where both the belligerents can talk and de escalate the tension which appear to continue quite for a longer time. Thank you very much.